Expressium TV. Tell your story with impact. The Kwara State Government has partnered with the United Nations Office on Drug Control to train principals and teachers in selected schools to fight drug abuse among primary and secondary school students in the state. Speaking at the stakeholders' engagement on the UNODC Unplugged Teachers Training, Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak said the workshop was to elicit maximum support of teachers at all levels across the state, particularly at the grassroots level, to fight the menace of drug addiction.
Under this administration, Kwara State has made remarkable strides in the prevention and control of drug abuse. Some notable efforts include the introduction of drug testing for teachers and prospective public servants, a bold step to ensure that those entrusted with shaping the future of our children are themselves above reproach. Strengthening school-based prevention programs with a focus on creating safe, supportive learning environments where students are educated not only academically but also morally and socially.
The menace of drug addiction and drug abuse is taking a very dangerous dimension at the primary and secondary schools level in Kwara State, and this informs the engagements with secondary school teachers to stem the tide.
The introduction of substances is going to affect them.
Speaking at the technical session of Unplugged Teachers Training, the UNODC representative and trainer, Maria Ulubui, said the 30 teachers selected for the first phase will be trained on the 12 lessons of Unplunged, which involve building skills, improving knowledge, relationship skills, decision-making, and general social skills.
Substance use affects the developing brain, in a very terrible way. It affects the prefrontal cortex, this part of the brain, which is normally the last part to develop. And that part is responsible for executive functions like motivation, learning, impulse control, making decisions, making sound decisions, and every other executive thing that you're supposed to do. And so if we intervene on, it's going to help stop all these issues.
The Kwara State Governor, represented by a special advisor and councillor, Sadu Salau, commended the stakeholders for their interest in a drug-free society, acknowledging the critical roles teachers play in molding the students who will be leaders of tomorrow.
The menace of drug addiction and drug abuse is taking a very dangerous dimension at the primary school level, including the secondary school education. So that's why this is focusing on soliciting the maximum support and intervention of teachers to educate students on the dangers of drug addiction and drug abuse.
He said the government has zero tolerance to drug abuse, recalling how the recently recruited teachers in the state were made to undergo mandatory drug tests and the withdrawal of letter of appointment from those found wanting. Maridia Abdulhakim, reporting for Expressium TV.